And a good afternoon to you from Brunswick Community College. Today on YouTube, it's the 2021 Division I Region 10 Men's Basketball Championship game. And as always, Dolphins basketball brought to you by Joe's and Moe's Automotives. Hi again, everybody. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. It all comes down to today for the 3-seed Caldwell Cobras at 10-6, 5-5 in the region, and 2-4 on the road, and your 1-seed Brunswick Dolphins at 14-3, 8-2 at home, and 8-2 in Region 10 play. Let's meet the starting lineups for both of these teams. We'll start with Caldwell Community College and head coach Jamison McIver starting today. Number 2, Jalen Crowder. Number 3, Dimitri Dixon. Number 5, Jordan Stinson. Number 15, Justin Hodges, and number 24, Micah Jones. Starting today for Region 10, Coach of the Year, Walter Shaw. It's number 1, Reese McDonald. Number 2, Deuce Dixon. Number 10, Christian Kuntz. Number 13 is Brandon Johnson, and number 30, Jarian Hancock. So, starting lineups, both of these teams have split the regular season. Cobras do lead the all-time series 12-8. Brunswick and Caldwell split, as I mentioned. Each team won on the road this year. On February 27th, Caldwell won by 9 here at Brunswick. And on the 20th of March, Brunswick won by 11 on the road. So both teams getting ready to tip it off. Caldwell back in the championship game for the second consecutive years. We're underway with the Dolphins controlling the opening tip. Brunswick came out in the quarterfinal game winning 77-63 against Denmark Tech. Started slow shooting. Here's Jarian Hancock for 3. Can't get it to go. And the rebound controlled by Hodges. Meanwhile, Caldwell, they defeated Salkehatchie in a thriller in the semifinal game to reach this point. They enter on a 3-game winning streak, having won in the quarterfinals easily over Spartanburg, and then that tough game against Salkehatchie, the Indians. First shot attempt underneath by Dixon is blocked out of bounds. Dimitri Dixon, 47 points and 11 assists in the first 2 games here in this Region 10 Atlantic District Tournament. Crowder fakes the 3, steps left, fires it, can't get it to go with the shot clock winding down. Brandon Johnson the rebound. Crowder went off against Brunswick here in the game back in February, so keep an eye on him as he pulls down the rebound. Dolphins 0 for 2 here at the start. Into the forecourt now, it's Dixon over to Crowder. Dolphins got to stay on him this time. They missed him the last time here at home, and it cost them. You can see Reese McDonald on him like a glove. Crowder driving, throws in the corner to Hodges. Shot clock at 7. Jones for 3. Yes! Caldwell Tech will shoot a lot of threes today. They attempt the second most three-pointers in the nation at 33.7. Fourth in makes at 11.6. Deuce Dixon, up top, Christian Kuntz, takes it left of the lane, couple of fakes, throws it up, no. Brandon Johnson, ball tipped. Kuntz has it, spinning, shooting, and scoring. First points of the game for Brunswick, and it's 3-2. These two teams played a high-scoring game up there on the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains back in March. Expect more defense here today. We're 2 minutes in. Teddy TV's back in the house, by the way. Ted Valentine, the official for one of the officials for today's game. A welcome sign for me. Jones will try for a second one. Got it to go. 6-2 in favor of Caldwell. Micah Jones, 34% three-point shooter. He's 2 for 2 in the championship game so far. Reese McDonald over on the right wing now. McDonald at the half circle, bounce pass to Hancock, hands it off to Dixon. Dixon between his legs, cut off at the circle. Throwing it underneath, Brandon Johnson. They're not buying the flop, and Brandon Johnson with the easy 2. That's where Brunswick can be successful. They have to guard the three-point line defensively, and on the offensive end, they can really feed their bigs against Caldwell. Caldwell's got some size. I don't want to make it seem like they're small. Hodges certainly comparable with Brandon Johnson out there just from the naked eye. However, in points in the paint, is where the Dolphins can be successful here today. Christian Kuntz on the near side. Takes it left of the lane now, backs it out. Driving baseline, cut off, good defense by Crowder. Brandon Johnson for 3! Brandon Johnson buries the triple. Dolphins have their first lead. 16:36 to go, just underway here in the championship game. Jones on the wing. Now here's Dixon, top of the key. Swings it to Stinson, fakes the 3. Couple of fakes, and the block. No call, they say. And hold on. Boy, Hodges was looking for a call. So it looks like the Dolphins, I don't think that was a foul. I think the Dolphins were out of bounds trying to save that. This is, both teams have very deep benches, so you'll see a lot of shuffling as Sean Nelson, number 4, comes into the game. Number 12 is Amari Thomas for the Cobras. So 11 on the shot clock. Again, no foul. Ball was out of bounds. Jones on the wing. Drives, scoops it, got it to go. Jones having a very good offensive start. He has all 8 points. Stepping into a 3 over on the far side. Reese McDonald can't get it to go. Jones with the rebound. Here comes Caldwell. Leading by 1, 4 minutes in. Attacking on the baseline. They're going to get a blocking foul as Nelson was on his way to the hoop. So first foul of the game on Jarian Hancock. 9 points for Jarian against Denmark Tech. So Dolphins fans, we expected Salkehatchie for the semifinal game, but because the other district team, not region team, district team, Harcum had COVID issues, the top seed Dolphins advanced right to the championship game, and Caldwell played Salkehatchie in a semifinal game instead. So if you were wondering where we were on Thursday, that was the deal. And that benefits both of these teams because Harcum is so good. And, of course, hopefully everybody's safe and healthy up there. That's first and foremost. As Nelson is fouled, he'll get to the line. Caldwell does a couple of things really well. We talked about their three-point shooting. They're not a great three-point shooting team. They take a lot and they make a lot, but they're 86th, in Division I in three-point shooting at 34%, which isn't a bad number. But getting to the free throw line is where they really shine. They are second in the NJCAA in free throw attempts per game at 29 per game. And in free throw makes, they're also second at 20.1. So they get to the line often. They're a good three-point shooting team. Sean Nelson, 67% at the line. Dolphins racking up 3 quick personal fouls. 1 on Caldwell so far. And Nelson gets them both. Caldwell lost to Salkehatchie in the Region 10 title last year. They reached the Region 10 championship game in 2017, lost by 1 to Spartanburg. So, third time in the last 5 seasons for Caldwell here in this tournament. Remember, they were D3 for a while. Christian Kuntz, pull up, yes! Dolphins looking comfortable offensively here in the early going. Jones has had the hot hand for the Cobras. He catches it on the wing. Kirby into the game and traveling the call on Thomas. So Amari Elijah Kirby checking in, his second game out of 3 here in the Region 10 tournament. Jalen Johnson comes into the game for Walter Shaw. Walter Shaw named Coach of the Year. Couple awards for the players we'll talk about as well. They took a point off the board for Caldwell, so the scoreboard there says 9-9. Jalen Johnson on the wing. Reese McDonald top of the key. Reese will back it out now. Looking for a screen. Steps to the elbow. Got it to go. That was well contested. Brunswick's second lead of the game here in the early going. Nelson quickly up. 14:48 left to go. Here is Crowder. Crowder got his defender to commit. Thought he was going to drive it. And a nice pull-up there by Crowder. Kuntz in the corner. Christian Kuntz attacks to the cutter. Hancock lays it up and in. pretty offense for the Dolphins here in the early going of the championship game. Again, it's Nelson on the far side into the forecourt now for Caldwell. Jones, the hot hand so far. Jones attacks. He's 4 for 4. Micah Jones, he has now 10 of the 13. Jalen Johnson cross court to Kuntz. Guarded closely by Thomas. Johnson up top. Shackelford into the game. Bucking in the foul. Josiah Shackelford with a chance for a three-point play. Shackelford, Region 10 first team member and the newcomer of the year, will shoot the free throw when we come back. Media timeout, we'll step aside.
Hello, my name is Walter Shaw. I am the director of the Health and Fitness Science program at Brunswick Community College. Please join me as we explore the world of health and fitness science.
Dolphins basketball is brought to you by Joe and Mo's Automotives. Chris Sheeman back here with you. It's the Region 10 championship game. Dolphins looking to go to Hutch for the first time since 2010. They have Josiah Shackelford at the line trying to complete an old school three-point play. Good offensive start for both of these teams as Shackelford comes up empty. Rebound controlled by Nelson. Cobras into the forecourt. Micah Jones, 10 points to start. There's always one hot hand, it seems, for Caldwell against Brunswick, and right now, that man is Jones, although I don't see him out there. Yeah, he's getting a breather. Corner, this is Thomas attacking. The wild shot, too strong. Follows it, rejected by Shackelford. Staying with it, Hamilton off the bench. Turnaround shot, no. And the third time the charm as Kirby scores to tie us at 15. Pull-up three for Brunswick. Petrie into the game, can't get it to go. Crowder with the rebound. So for Brunswick, Deontay Petrie into the game. We got Shackelford out there. Kuntz stays, McDonald, and Jalen Johnson. Shackelford anticipates the tip. Reese with the steal, taking it 1-on-2. Throws it up, no. Kuntz the putback, yes. 17-15, Dolphins leading in a tight one. Into the forecourt, Nelson. Kirby back to him. Nelson takes it top of the key into the circle. Over to Crowder for three. Off the mark. Shackelford tried for it. His arm was held by Kirby. Second foul on Caldwell. And Brunswick will get it back. 12:36 left to go here in this opening half of the championship game. I don't think they called a foul there. I think they just said out of bounds. Last touch by Caldwell, so my apologies. Reese McDonald into the front court. McDonald 5-4 and 5. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists in the quarterfinal game. Petrie turnaround, no. He had 9. Trey Cousin into the game, no. Cousin, second effort, no, and he deflected it out of bounds. Trey Cousin did not play against Denmark Tech in the quarterfinal game. Getting the hustle plays, but not the bucket that time, Trey Cousin. Both teams shuffling a lot of bodies in and out here in the first 8 minutes of this one. Dixon into the forecourt. Jason Sons is into the game for the first time for Caldwell. Micah Jones back out there, his first miss of the afternoon. Reese McDonald into the forecourt. Over to Johnson. Cutter Shackelford throws it up no with the soft touch, and it's last touched out of bounds by the Cobras. So we'll stay with Brunswick. Lance Anthony coming into the game as Walter Shaw goes deeper into his bench. Petrie will inbound it with 20 on the shot clock, 11:51 on the game clock here in the opening half. Johnson directing traffic here. Man defense for Caldwell. Dixon stays with them. The step back no good. And Petrie tried to save it. He did to Anthony on the wing. Extra possession. Shot clock's actually at 2. The shot clock never reset. And should it have? That's the question for the far side official to sort out. Did Jalen Johnson's 3 attempt hit the rim? So they're going to put 15 on the shot clock for the Dolphins. Trey Cousin will inbound it. Now Cobras switch. They're in a zone. Johnson splits it. Throws it up short. Tip for the rebound. Shackelford had position, and they call a foul on Sounds. Two team fouls on Caldwell. 3 on Brunswick. So Anthony will inbound it for the Dolphins. Johnson on the wing. Deontay Petrie between the circles. Dribbles left of the lane. The pull up. Nope, he traveled. Turnover will give the ball back to Caldwell. Brunswick leads by 2. That was a long and disappointing offensive sequence for the Dolphins, who had the ball on their end of the court for quite some time. Nearly a full minute and a half, I believe. We're down to almost 11 to go. Dixon into the forecourt for Caldwell. He'll step back, looking to drive on Anthony. Now he'll pull up for 3 off the back iron. Tip for the rebound. Shackelford has it. Throws it ahead for Lance Anthony. Former high school teammates go back-to-back, and Shackelford with the 2-hand jam. Dixon top of the key. 4-point lead. Here's Jones for 3. His first miss from behind the arc. How about Petrie batting it off the glass? Shackelford came down with the rebound, but I'd give it to Petrie. Jalen Johnson stripped and last touched by Dixon. 10:25 left to go here in the opening half. Been competitive and fun in this championship game. You know, sometimes players come out with some nerves and the offense is really awkward at the beginning, but both teams have shown up and they've been playing at 100 speed. Shackelford murdering the rim. 21-15. It's a 6-point advantage for Brunswick, and Shackelford breaking them down. Stinson for 3, no. Petrie another rebound. Here's Jalen Johnson, 4-on-2. Johnson keeps it. Yes, and the foul. The Dolphins starting to roll here. We got to run this back real quick. There's been a lot of good replays to look at, but look at what Josiah Shackelford did on this inbound play. Sets the screen to roll, baby. Make it look easy. If I could do that just one time in my life. Johnson completes the 3-point play. Dolphins, 11 straight points. They lead by 9. Just past the midway point of the opening half. Caldwell got to get some buckets. Dixon loses the handle. Late whistle, but a trip and a foul. That'll be team foul number 4 on Brunswick. 3 on the Cobras. Crowder back in. Crowder, Dixon, Nelson in the backcourt. Stinson back out there, and Jones. That's the 5 for Caldwell. Skylar Davies has come into the game. Nelson with the fake. Here's a 3 by Dixon. Yes, and he's fouled. Oh, a mistake there by Petrie. So Dixon go to the line for a possible 4-point play. Did you see Golden State last night? Lost the game on a 4-point play. Andrew Wiggins fouled Washington player, and it was ugly. Ugly end. I didn't even care who won that game, and I was so aggravated with Golden State. So a much-needed 4-point opportunity there for Caldwell. Timeout on the court. We're going to keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout. Shout out some awards for the Dolphins. And first and foremost, congratulations to Region 10 Coach of the Year, Walter Shaw. This team has, we talked about it all the way back in October and November, the scrimmages that we did. This team's been poised for big things, and they've lived up to expectations to this point. Also, shout out to some of the players who had some postseason honors. Jalen Johnson, Region 10 First Team. Shackelford, Region 10 First Team, and Newcomer of the Year. And Christian Kuntz, Second Team in the region. Congratulations to Coach Shaw and all those players. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you for the championship game. Jalen Johnson into the forecourt now for Brunswick. Lance Anthony, Johnson, Davies, Trey Cousin, and Petrie. Skylar Davies. Here's Anthony. Shot clock at 12. Back to Davies. Davies double teamed, and we're going to get a tie up here. Nice defense there by Thomas for Caldwell. So Dolphins rattled off 11 straight points. Caldwell trying to cut to a 3 or 2 point lead now with this possession. Dixon around the defense. Extra pass. Nicely done to Nelson for 2. Dimitri Dixon averages 6.2 assists per ball game. He's had 11 in the first 2 games. Johnson coming up short. Stinson had it poked away, but Dixon was in the backcourt to save it. Dixon hangs, scores, and the foul. What a play. Dimitri Dixon. Chance to tie it up and make it a 9-0 run for Caldwell with 8:51 left to go. Lance Anthony out of the game. 16 fouls on Brunswick now, just 3 for Caldwell. So Reese McDonald back into the game for Anthony. Dixon completes the 3-point play. 9-0 run for Caldwell. Game of runs here as we get into the second half of this first half. 24 all in the championship game. Deontay Petrie driving right of the lane. Throws it up too strong. Tip for the rebound. Nelson has it. Caldwell looking to fly into the forecourt. Nelson lost the handle on it. And Petrie's going to be called for a foul. That's the 7th on Brunswick. So 1-1 for Caldwell. Sean Nelson, 67%, will go to the line. Josiah Shackelford, Christian Kuntz back into the game. They join Reese McDonald, Jalen Johnson, and Trey Cousin as the 5 on the floor right now. So Caldwell doing what they do, getting to the free throw line. They were 20 out of 27 from the free throw line when they beat Brunswick here at Brunswick CC back in February. They averaged 29 attempts a game. Dolphins have to do a better job not fouling in this one. Caldwell, so both teams now have rattled off 11-0 runs. Caldwell takes a 2-point lead again. It was 15-13. Then it was 24-15 Brunswick, and now 26-24 Caldwell. If you're just joining us, that's what you've missed. Tylen Green into the game. Christian Kuntz from the baseline got it to go. Into the forecourt, Nelson. Into the lane, swings it out to Thomas, attacks. Couple of fakes. Thomas throws it up off the back iron. Tip for the rebound. Shackelford had it. It's ripped away by Kirby. Kirby blocked by Shackelford. Kirby lost it out of bounds. Brunswick will get it back. 7:55 left to go here in the opening half of the Region 10 and Atlantic District Championship game. Because of COVID, so few teams playing on the East Coast that this is the Atlantic District Championship as well. That's why Harcum was originally included in this field. So from Maine to basically South Carolina, the winner of this game will be the lone representative of that entire space in 2021 at the NJCAA National Tournament in Hutchinson, Kansas. Christian Kuntz needs to tie his shoe. Kuntz had 14 points in the opening round victory over Denmark Tech. He'll inbound it to Reese McDonald, top of the key. Reese into the circle. Had it poked away by Nelson. Dives for it, but it's a steal for Dixon. Over to Crowder for three. In and out. Tip for the rebound. And it's going to go out of bounds after it was batted. And last touch by the Cobras. Dolphins will get it back. 7:29 left to go. Tie ball game. Dolphins have won 2 previous tournament titles in 2010 and 2005. Shackelford is fouled. Their lone national tournament appearance was back in 2010. Caldwell, when they were Division III, was a pretty solid lock for the national tournament every year. They were the runners-up in Division III in 2014. And then, as I mentioned earlier, at the last 4 or 5 years, they have been contenders, certainly, in Region 10 since moving up. They lost to Salkehatchie in the Region 10 title last year, reached the Region 10 championship in 2017, lost a heartbreaker by 1 to Spartanburg. Shackelford, trouble with it, lost it out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to Caldwell. Pretty low turnover numbers overall for both of these teams in the first half. Caldwell's made 1 Division I national tournament appearance. That was in 2017. They reached Hutchinson, Kansas as an at-large. Dixon on the wing. Here's Crowder. Top of the key, Nelson. Driving left of the lane. Extra pass taken away by Johnson. Oh, what a pass. Jalen Johnson to Kuntz, who lays it up and in. Threading the needle, Jalen Johnson. 6:42 remaining in the first half. Dixon top of the key. Here's Nelson. Rejected by Green. Here's Reese McDonald. Christian Kuntz, pull up. Yes! Christian Kuntz is starting to heat up now. He's got 6 points in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Dixon top of the key. Here's Crowder. Floater. Got it to go. The rims at Brunswick love Jalen Crowder. We're going to have a timeout on the courts. 6:14 left to go. We will take it as well and come right back.
Though many areas of life still seem to be paused right now, your individual goals are not. Let Brunswick Community College help you push play on your goals, earn your degree, and get your career back in full motion. We are here for you with personalized services to help you be successful every step of the way. Register today at www.brunswickcc.edu. Brunswick Community College. We're here for you.
Dolphins basketball is brought to you by Joe and Mo's Automotives, and we thank them for their support. It's been a fairly well-balanced game for Brunswick, as Shackelford has thrown it down a couple of different times today for the Dolphins. Out to this big early lead. They led by 9 at one point. Both teams have had 11-0 runs in the ball game. How about that cut there earlier by Hancock to get his first 2 points of the ball game? Back to live action. Chris Sheeman here with you. Christian Kuntz, Jalen Johnson, hot potato with it. Johnson takes it into the lane, comes up short, got hit on the hand though. So Jalen Johnson will go to the line. Johnson, good first-round game against Denmark Tech. 15 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. He's over 50% shooting in 5 of the last 6 regular season games. He's got 24 assists in the last 3 games, averages 4.6 a game. Good free throw shooter as well at 84%. That was team foul number 6 on Caldwell Tech, by the way, so Dolphins in the 1-1 over the final 6 minutes. Caldwell's been in the bonus for a little while now. If you're the Dolphins, just keep attacking. They've called it tight here as the afternoon has gone on. Chance to make it a 4-point lead for Brunswick now for Jalen. Dolphins started the year 7-0, won their last 6 games to close on top of the region for the first time since 2014. Only losses came 3 straight in a row. They lost to these Caldwell Cobras at home, Sandhills, who's in the D2 championship game taking place this afternoon, and then at Salkehatchie. So they had a 3-game losing streak, but that was it. McDonald blocks Jones from behind, but another whistle. 18 fouls on Brunswick now, and Micah Jones goes to the line, 63% free throw shooter. Caldwell, it was kind of an up-and-down season, although they finished 10-6. They won 5 of their first 6, then they went 2-5, and they entered today on a 3-game winning streak. A long history of good basketball on the men's side for Caldwell. Women's team's pretty good as well. Jalen Johnson, Kuntz, navigating against the trapping pressure. Johnson into the forecourt. Ooh, McDonald was open. Instead, underneath, Shackelford, couple of fakes. Zone now for the Cobras. Oh, what a cut! Tylen Green with the 2-hand jam. Dolphins are cutting at will here this afternoon, and nice passing, especially by Jalen Johnson. 4-point lead for the Fish. Jones for 3. Sons, the offensive rebound, had trouble with it, though. Poked away by Green. McDonald the steal. Jalen Johnson turns on the Jets, hangs and scores. 6-point lead for Brunswick. They've led by as many as 9 here today. Attacking quickly, that was Nelson, I believe. A little bit out of control. Reese to Shackelford. Shackelford fell hard. Green follows it up. And is Shackelford okay? Yeah, he looks all right. So Tylen Green with back-to-back dunks, just like that. 8-point lead for Brunswick. 4:35 to go here in this opening half. Crowder, pull up from the half circle. Missed it short. Reese the box out and board. Reese going quickly. Now he'll back it out, set up the offense. Jalen Johnson top of the key with the fake, the drive. Green on the wing. McDonald same spot. I think Jamison McIver thought that there was an offensive foul, but instead a step-back 3 for Reese, and the Dolphins match their biggest lead at 11. Dixon into the forecourt. Dolphins on a run here. It's turned into a game of runs. 3:45 remaining. Shot clock at 10. Nelson falling down. Out to Dixon. Steps left for 3. Off the front of the rim. Ball batted out to him, and then he threw it away. Looking for Crowder. Bit out of control, trying to save it, but instead it's a turnover. Tylen Green did not play in the quarterfinal game against Denmark Tech, and he has come off the bench and provided a huge spark. That's how deep. We've been talking about depth for both of these teams all season long, and it's on display here. Same thing with Caldwell. They had a couple of guys who really didn't play in the first game of the tournament who have come in the last two and done work. Shackelford gives Brunswick its biggest lead at 13, 43-30. Cobras really got to settle down this final 3-13. Jones attacks and scores. Yeah, go to your hot hand when you're up against a long run. That's what Caldwell did there. Micah Jones with 12 points here in this first half. Jalen Johnson on the ring. He averages just under 14. He's now got 43 in 3 games in the tournament. Well, 2.5 games. Step back again. Reese rims it in again. His second step back three. 46-32. Oh, foot was on the line, they say, so it's a 2-pointer. Now a 3 in transition is answered back by Caldwell. That was Stinson burying the triple from the wing, so it's a 10-point game. Reese attacks. Reese scores. Dolphins 47 on the board. Into the forecourt, Dixon skies it for Jones. Jones from deep off the back iron. Christian Kuntz the rebound. 2:12 to go. Dolphins, now they put that point back up. So scoreboard's having a little trouble today. 48-35. I go with whatever the official score says. Shackelford blocked from behind. Good team defense on Shackelford that time for the Cobras. Got to get a bucket, though. They're looking to go on a run. Hodges into the game for 3, in and out. Tylen Green, the rebound, throws it full court for Shackelford, who throws it up and in. Shackelford, I don't think he was 100% ready for that, but neither was the defense, luckily, and the Dolphins able to capitalize. 50-35, minute 32 remaining. Stinson hit a 3 earlier. Dixon from deep, short. Kuntz the rebound. Dolphins need to close this half strong now. They've built this lead. No runs in this final minute. And it looks like Walter Shaw is going to call for time. We'll step aside as well. Minute 17 left to go here in this opening half. Dolphins on a roll. We'll be back here in just a moment. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Walter Shaw and I kind of did a test run of this remote streaming. I'm actually in my home studio in Pensacola, Florida right now. Boy, did we get rocked by weather. I was so concerned at like 5 in the morning we weren't going to have power. Anyways, we've been able to grow it. I've added a couple of schools, and if you're interested in having professional depending on who you talk to, commentary on your live stream, there's how you can get in touch with me. You can also click the link that I have in the comments on the YouTube video. So, good close at half for the Dolphins. Deuce Dixon back into the game. Skylar Davies back out there as well. Christian Kuntz from just inside the arc coming up short. Jones with the rebound for Caldwell. Less than 1 minute to play here in this opening half. Rainbow 3, is that? I think that was Nelson who buried that triple. Hanging in the air, Jalen Johnson, no. The putback, he's blocked. Thomas takes it away. Caldwell can cut this to single digits here. They'll feel pretty good going into the locker room. Open look here for Stinson. Not that time. Tip for the rebound. It's out of bounds. And it's last touched by Caldwell, they say. So Stinson has started to heat up from 3. He did hit that last one in the left corner. So 34.4 for the Dolphins, who will likely run some clock here, trying to get to the half up by double figures. Reese McDonald, Tylen Green. Attacking is Dixon, hanging and scoring. Last shot time now for the Cobras. Dixon, 8 seconds to work with. Jones had it poked away. Kuntz bounce pass to Green. It's taken back by Thomas, and he'll run out of time. A great first half in the championship game for Brunswick. They lead 52-38 over the 3-seed Caldwell Cobras. Folks, we'll step aside for the half. About 15-minute break. Set your timers and come right back. You're watching the 2021 Region 10 championship game on YouTube. We'll be back with the second half in just a little bit. Don't go too far.
Though many areas of life still seem to be paused right now, your individual goals are not. Let Brunswick Community College help you push play on your goals, earn your degree, and get your career back in full motion. We are here for you, with personalized services to help you be successful every step of the way. Register today at www.brunswickcc.edu. Brunswick Community College. We're here for you.
Brunswick Dolphins basketball is brought to you by GRW Law. We thank them and all of our sponsors who have supported Dolphins basketball all season long, going all the way back to the scrimmages that we did in November. We thank everybody who has been a part of making these broadcasts as special as we can make them for you. So, good first half for Brunswick. They come into the second period up by 14, 52-38. The 1-seed Brunswick Dolphins over the 3-seed Caldwell Cobras here in this 2021 Region 10 Men's Basketball Division I Championship. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Dolphins, if you're Brunswick, put them away early. Do not let Caldwell Tech hang around. And if you're the Cobras, trust your game. This Cobras team has all the offensive weapons to get themselves right back in this. And we fully expect it to be a tight one at some point here in the second half. Unless the Dolphins, like I said, can close the door, but they got to do that early. Deuce Dixon, Reese McDonald, Brandon Johnson, and Hancock, the starting five for Brunswick here in this second half. Same starters for Jamison McIver and Caldwell as well. Jalen Crowder, Dimitri Dixon, Jordan Stinson, Hodges, and Jones. Micah Jones scored the first 8 points in the game for Caldwell's. They started pretty strong. Brunswick went on an 11-0 run, followed by a Caldwell 11-0 run, which gave them a 4-point lead. They increased that lead to 6. And then the Dolphins went on a tear. Open look, Stinson's had a hot hand from 3. Not that time, though. Rebound controlled by Hancock. Dixon flies into the forecourt. Goes right around the defense. Couldn't get the shot, though. Nelson the rebound. Nelson into the front court over to Crowder. It was from the right side that Crowder did a lot of his damage in the first meeting between these two teams back in February, and he's fouled on a 3 here. So Jalen Crowder will go to the line and shoot 3 free throws, 75% free throw shooter on the season. These two teams both won on each other's home floors in the regular season. Caldwell won here at Brunswick on the 27th of February, 87-78. And then on the 20th of March, about 3 weeks ago, Brunswick won on the road, 108-98. Jalen Crowder hit 7 of 12 from 3 at Brunswick in that February 27th game. He was red hot, particularly in the second half. That's why I think the 12-point deficit is not hard for Caldwell to erase. They've got the weapons. Nelson almost came up with a steal, and they say Hancock touched it last, and Hancock is saying Nelson climbed all over me. Teddy TV, you got to blow the whistle there. Ted Valentine is one of the officials today. If you don't know who he is, you can Google him. Jones starts hot again as he buries a 3, and it's a 9-point game. Usually refs the NCAA tournament couldn't this year because of COVID. It's volunteered to do the national tournament for the NJCAA in Hutchinson, Kansas, so he'll take the bus trip to Hutch. Reese McDonald buries a 3, and the Dolphins go back up by 12. Reese McDonald has been scorching from behind the arc today. So is this man, Stinson. Now Crowder with the extra pass to Jones. Back to Stinson. Attacks are right around the defense. Scoops it up and in. Nice bucket there by Jordan Stinson. So Ted Valentine getting back into refereeing shape, so to speak. Refereeing a couple Dolphins games. He did a Salk game as well. Kuntz in and out from the baseline. Nelson with the rebound. Brings it into the forecourt. Tried to split around Hancock, and Hancock with the steal. Wham with the right hand. Jarian Hancock makes it a 12-point game. Nelson blows by the defense. Pass out to Jones for 3. Not that time. Brandon Johnson the board. Deuce Dixon into the forecourt. Oh, did he go between his legs to pass that to Reese? Kuntz in the corner, attacks and scores. Defense napping there for Caldwell. 60-46, Brunswick in control. Dixon into the circle, into the lane, out to Nelson on the wing. Nelson attacks, hangs, comes up short. Deuce Dixon, the rebound. And he'll slow it up at the direction of Region 10 Coach of the Year, Walter Shaw. In its 21st year, trying to get to the national tournament for the second time. Late whistle, Jarian Hancock fouled by Nelson, so Jarian will shoot a couple free throws. Hancock had 9 points in the quarterfinal win against Denmark Tech, averages about 5.5 per game. He's a 50-50 free throw shooter. 2 team fouls on Caldwell, 1 on Brunswick, 17:07 left to go in the ball game, and Hancock goes to the line here. Hancock off the back iron with the first one. Deshaun Edwards coming in for the first time for Caldwell. We didn't see him in the first half. Both of these teams deep benches. Dixon, top of the key. This is Edwards. Hamilton into the game as well, catches it on the wing. Now Jones fakes the three, drives in, and scores. How about the offensive game for Micah Jones today? Averaged 14 a game in the regular season. 31 points in 2 tournament games coming into play. So he's already matched his tournament average. He's at 15. Hancock, left alone, splits the defense and gets the friendly roll. And Caldwell at times has not had that defensive intensity you need to have in the championship. Boy, Dixon had his shot altered. Throw ahead, Deuce Dixon. Yes, on the reverse. Brunswick has opened up a 17-point game. Caldwell still attacking. Dixon for the Cobras drawing a foul. Stick around after the game, by the way. Full post-game coverage, including the cutting down of the nets, and that will be for whoever wins. We'll have that ceremony for you. It has been a long year for these teams. That was off Jones, I believe. Yeah, he touched it last. So turnover, no correction. Hamilton turned that over. So Brunswick is going to get it back. You talk about everything. You know, Walter Shaw and I started talking about this season in May of last year and would it happen and getting the players moved in when they were allowed to and getting them on the court when they were allowed to. That was all back in October. Before that, the players were taking classes online in their respective home cities. And then when they were permitted to come to the off-campus housing, they were moved in. COVID issues shut down Brunswick's program for a couple of weeks right as the season started, as Hamilton buried a 3. And Brunswick's story is everybody's story. It's been a really long year, ending here in April, and for one of these teams, culminating in a national tournament appearance. Both teams looking for their second Division I basketball tournament appearance. Caldwell's made several Division III national tournament appearances as well. Shackelford back out there, Jalen Johnson, Christian Kuntz, Reese McDonald, and Hancock. Kuntz, nice fake in the bucket. 67-51, 15-17 to go in the ball game. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you one last time here in 2021. Edwards, over to Jones. Keep shooting, young man. He's feeling it, but not that time. Shackelford with the rebound, and looks like there was a foul called away from the ball. Maybe on that rebound. 4 team fouls for Caldwell already. Reese McDonald into the forecourt for Brunswick. Dolphins have 2 team fouls Shackelford stripped, and it hit Hamilton, and his foot was on the line, so he was out of bounds technically. Nice defense there that time for Caldwell. They've got to get some stops if they're going to get back in it. All the shooting in the world won't help you if you can't stop anybody. Dolphins' offense has been outstanding here today. What a pass. Shackelford can't get it to go, but he's fouled. How about that pass, though, from Reese McDonald? Let's see if we can run that back real quick as Josiah gets set to go to the line. And again, it's just that little screen and roll that has worked so often today for Brunswick. Shackelford on the year, 53% free throw shooter. Averaged 3.9 offensive rebounds per game during the regular season. Really good all-around player, Shackelford. I'd love to see him back next year, but I got to think there's some four-year out there just itching to pick him up. Those of you who don't know, he's the nephew of former NBA player Charles Shackelford, an NC State great. Hamilton over to Dixon, top of the key. Dixon takes it right to the lane. Here's Edwards airballing the three. Crowder tried to save it, but his foot was on the line. So Crowder out of bounds. Dolphins get it back. 17-point lead for the Fish. Jalen Johnson across the timeline and into the forecourt. Kuntz on the near side. 14-15 remaining. Kuntz, nice crossover, short on the jumper. Crowder the rebound. Dixon into the forecourt. Dixon attacks. Rejected by Hancock, who saves it from going out of bounds. Reese over to Jalen Johnson. Johnson spins out of control, and he's fouled. A bailout as Edwards grabbed him. And free throws for Jalen Johnson. 13:55 left to go here in the game. And I believe we're going to have a timeout. Free throws when we come back. Dolphins in control here in the championship game. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hello, my name is Walter Shaw. I am the Director of the Health and Fitness Science Program at Brunswick Community College. Please join me as we explore the world of health and fitness science.
Dolphins basketball is brought to you by GRW Law. We thank them for their support. Jalen Johnson goes to the line. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. 6 team fouls already on the Cobras with 13:55 still to go in the game. Dolphins are going to be in the 1-1 the rest of the way. Johnson, a rare free throw miss. By the way, while we're shouting out sponsors, 3-Dimensional Fitness has been training the Dolphins men and women's teams all year, and we talked about what a long season it's been, and keeping these guys healthy, ready to play, and in shape. Shout out to 3-Dimensional Fitness. Hamilton for three, can't get it to go. Put back no good by, oh, no, he got it. Nelson thought it was going to come up short, but it hung just enough, so Nelson with a bucket. Can Caldwell get some stops? Shackelford makes it look easy. Lead back to 18 for Brunswick. Nelson over to Jones on the wing. Top of the key, it's Stinson. Back over to Nelson. Nelson goes left of the lane. Stinson in the corner. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Stinson goes up top now to Hamilton, who attacks off the glass too strong. The put back underneath, no good. And Brunswick comes out of the pack with it. Christian Kuntz, Reese McDonald now with it. It remains Kuntz, McDonald, Johnson, Shack, and Hancock. 12:47 remaining in the ball game. Shot clock down to 9 for Brunswick. Reese the crossover. Reese lost the handle, got it back, now dives for it. It's taken away by Stinson. Swings it out to the corner. Jones for three. Can't get it to go. And Hancock with the rebound. And we have a stoppage here. Might be some. Did somebody call for time? I didn't see a signal given. Might be an issue with a clock or something that they have to sort out, on the other end. So once again, a shout out to 3-Dimensional Fitness. Thank you for doing your part to keep the Dolphins healthy and ready to play here in this 2021 season, the men's and women's teams. So I believe there might have been a timeout there. Deontay Petrie coming into the game for Brunswick. So it will be Dolphins basketball. 12:31 left to go in the game. Dolphins matching their biggest lead right now at 18. Jalen Johnson into the forecourt. Petrie, Hancock from the block. Back out to Petrie, top of the key. Petrie steps back. Now Kuntz out near midcourt. Shot clock at 10. Kuntz from the half circle. Well defended. Couldn't get it to go. Shackelford, how did he get that in the air? Awkward landing by Josiah. Makes it a 20-point game. Crowder, yes! Don't sleep on Caldwell just yet. Crowder can get them back in it. They've got a lot of guys who can shoot them back in it. 17-point lead now. Inside 12 to go. Kuntz, couple of fakes. Short. Put back, no. And the rebound controlled by Hamilton for the Cobras. Jones in the corner. Stinson back to him. Jones around the defender, scoops it up and in. So back-to-back buckets for Caldwell after Brunswick took its biggest lead of the game at 20. It's now at 15. 11:14 remaining. Jalen Johnson surveys. Petrie, cut off. Cutter is Hancock. Puts it up and in. Right around Hamilton. Jarian Hancock. Another great cut. Jones itching to pull the trigger. Buries another three. 14-point game. 10:51 remaining. We have another timeout. We'll step aside. Dolphins basketball is brought to you by GRW Law. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. How about the day for Josiah Shackelford, making all the buckets look easy, including that awkward-looking one. And then the power forward, Jarian Hancock, today has played outstanding without the basketball, cutting to the lane, and credit the Dolphins. They've been finding him for the easy baskets. Dolphins out to a 14-point lead. It was 20 moments ago. Caldwell trying to hang around. Got to pick up the intensity on this end. 10:40 remaining here in this Region 10 championship game. Petrie attacks, can't get it. And the throwdown missed by Hancock. Now players diving for it. Reese comes up with the steal, lays it up and in. 77-61 Brunswick. Here's Crowder again, not that time. Thomas tried for the rebound, it comes out to Crowder. Now Jones for three, yes again! Back-to-back triples for Micah Jones, who's got over 20 points, I believe, here today. Shackelford, the little guy on him. Shackelford blows it, gets the offensive rebound and the putback. Josiah stat padding a little bit. 9:55 left to go here in the game. Open look for three. Stinson, yes again! And just like that, it's a 12-point game. You go 3 for 2 every time. There's plenty of time to get back in it. If you're just joining us, Cobras shoot a lot of threes. They are second in the nation in three-point attempts at 33.7. Fourth in makes at 11.6. They shoot 34% as a team from behind the arc. A little wet spot after the collision, so we're stopped momentarily here at the 9:33 mark. How about the president of the college, Dr. Gene Smith, out there doing his part? How many presidents of colleges do you know are running out on the court to make sure there's no sweat and moisture to keep the players safe? Shout out, Dr. Smith. So, Dolphins turning it over. It'll be Cobras basketball. Chance to make it a single-digit game with a three here. Nelson attacks. Open look, Stinson. In and out. Put back no good. Petrie's got the board. Petrie throws it ahead, and it's deflected and saved. Great defense in transition by Caldwell. Dolphins have gotten a few of those through. Oh, Nelson blows the finger roll. Jalen Johnson the rebound. 2-on-1. Here's Shackelford. Wham with two hands. Josiah puts Brunswick back up 14, excuse me. That's his fourth dunk today, I believe. Nelson can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Boy, a couple of easy ones not falling right now for Caldwell. They're still well within reach here. Plenty of time in this one. Third team foul on Brunswick, 6 on the Cobras. They racked up 6 pretty quickly. They've done a good job not fouling since that time. Sean Nelson, 67% free throw shooter. First 2 games in the tournament. Caldwell defeating Spartanburg by double figures and then taking down Salkehatchie. Sean Nelson, 25 points, 16 rebounds in the tournament coming into play today. He's got both free throws. It's a 12-point lead. Jalen Johnson, Reese McDonald, Petrie, Shackelford, and Christian Kuntz on the floor for Brunswick. Kuntz on the wing. Petrie between the circles. Reese McDonald on the right side. Shot clock down to 9. 8:30 on the game clock. Petrie for 3. No. Rebound controlled by Nelson. Another opportunity for Caldwell to get it to 10 or 9. Nelson throws it up, draws a blocking foul, and he'll shoot 2 more free throws. Brunswick has led by as many as 20 here in the second half of this championship game. Dolphins looking for their first Region 10 tournament title since 2010, 11 seasons ago. They also won it in 2005. Their lone national tournament appearance was in 2010. Tylen Green, who provided great energy off the bench in the first half, checks into the game. So 1 out of 2 for Caldwell that time and Nelson. He's going to the bench. Hamilton checks back in. Jalen Johnson will bring it up now for Brunswick. 8:13 remaining. Jalen Johnson, top of the key. Johnson, a lot of one-on-one there. Couldn't get it to go. His putback banked off the glass and in. Hard-earned bucket for Jalen Johnson. 83-70. Oh, that's a travel. Yeah, Edwards traveled with it. Crowder's going to come back into the game for Coach McIver. Jamison McIver took over for Matt Anderson back in 2018. He was an assistant at Caldwell for 6 years. Prior to that, I believe he spent time on the bench at Lenore-Rhine as well. 7:44 remaining. Jalen Johnson, pull-up three, missed it short. Green, the offensive rebound, out to Kuntz, back to Jalen. Thought about it again. Instead, will go to Green on the near side. Reese McDonald, top of the key. Jalen Johnson, same spot, same result. Shackelford, the putback. Shackelford volleyballs it up and in. And the Dolphins stretch it back out to 15. Dixon turns on the Jets, blows right by Reese McDonald and scores. Dimitri Dixon, pretty. McDonald into the front court. Reese takes it to the right side. Johnson in the corner. Jalen, pull up from left of the lane. Yes! Dixon again. This time it's Thomas on the baseline. Jones thought about the three, hesitated. Now open look, Dixon. Yes, with the rainbow shot. 12-point lead for Brunswick. Caldwell hanging around. Dolphins have been able to answer. Every time it seems like the momentum's going Caldwell's way, Dolphins have had a response. 6:24 remaining. Johnson from the half circle. Yes, again! The mid-range is working for Jalen here today, and it's a 14-point lead. Dixon on the wing. Dixon attacks, stripped but fouled. That's 5 team fouls on Brunswick, 6 on Caldwell. So Dixon goes to the line. Dimitri, 76% free throw shooter. Regular season and playoffs, he's averaged 16.6 points per ball game, 37% shooter, over 4 rebounds, over 6 assists. He is a real good, well-rounded individual, and you saw his speed a couple possessions ago when he went right by Reese McDonald, who's a very good defender. Dixon toes the line. Missed them both. 2 rare misses. Dixon, Stinson, and Jones with Crowder and a missing and Kirby. That's the 5 right now for Caldwell. Kuntz throws it up short, tip for the rebound, and back in transition, we have a foul called, and I think it's going on Caldwell. Stinson picking up a foul on the rebound. That's 7 team fouls. Wasn't an offensive foul. If it was an offensive foul, no free throws. If it was on the rebound, of course, Christian Kuntz going to the line for a 1-and-1. Man of the people, President Smith. Cleaning up the wet spots again. So Christian Kuntz will go to the line. They say it was on the rebound. It was a very, very late whistle. 79% free throw shooter, Kuntz, second team all-region this year. Jalen Johnson was first team, front end of the 1-and-1, no good. Shackelford was also first team. Stinson looks to push. Dolphins get back on defense. Here is Dixon. Driving, and the shot was blocked, but a foul called away from the ball. Kuntz is the guilty party. That came all the way from Ted Valentine on the far side, though. So Dixon goes to the line for two more. He missed a couple. Rare misses for him moments ago. Both teams are in the 1-and-1 now. Oh, he's 0 for 3 now. Dixon, normally 76% free throw shooters, missed his last 3. Two good rebounding teams in this one. Dolphins have the rebounding advantage here today, though. They've done a nice job on the offensive glass. These two teams are so similar. So 1 out of 2 now. Caldwell, their deficit is still 13. Reese McDonald into the forecourt. 5:29 to go in the ball game. McDonald takes it right at the lane. He's cut off, forced it up, almost got it to go. Not a great, I don't like any offensive possession where one guy touches the basketball. That's not Dolphins basketball. Dixon thought about the step back. Being hounded, got it out to Jones, and Jones throws it away. He had Dixon open top of the key, but threw it away. So Brunswick will get it back. And they're going to inbound it underneath their hoop. Nelson checks back into the game. Nelson is going to give what I would believe is a short breather to Dixon. Reese McDonald on the wing. We're at the 5-minute mark. McDonald, baseline shot no good. Rebound by Kirby. This is the window right now for Caldwell. They've gotten a couple stops. Nelson to Crowder from way downtown. The bank's open on Saturday. It's a 10-point game. I said it the last time they were here, and I'll say it this time. You have got to get somebody on Crowder at all times. Jalen Johnson. Dolphins did a great job with that in the first half, but he's getting open looks in the second. Again, one person with the basketball, and that's it. Caldwell scores here. Dolphins got to call timeout. Petrie committed a foul. And we have a timeout. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's a 10-point game. Momentum's with Caldwell right now, though. We'll be right back.
Though many areas of life still seem to be paused right now, your individual goals are not. Let Brunswick Community College help you push play on your goals, earn your degree, and get your career back in full motion. We are here for you with personalized services to help you be successful every step of the way. Register today at www.brunswickcc.edu. Brunswick Community College. We're here for you.
.426 left to go. Dolphins basketball brought to you by GRW Law. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you here for this Region 10 championship game. Chance for Caldwell to cut it to single digits now as Petrie committed a foul. He's out of the game. He might have fouled out. Front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. This Caldwell team is so good at getting to the free throw line, and usually they make them more than they miss, but they are struggling right now. Shackelford underneath. Had trouble with the pass, throws it up, and he got whacked. So Shackelford will go to the line. Both teams in the 1-and-1. It was the 5th foul on Petrie, so that's a big loss. Deontay Petrie is done for the day. Hancock's back in for him. Crowder, Kirby, Stinson, Nelson, and Jones for Caldwell. Reese McDonald, Jalen Johnson, Kuntz, Shackelford, Hancock for Brunswick. As we go down the stretch, Shackelford, 50-50 free throw shooter, gets the first one to go. Dolphins with 90 on the board in the championship game. We thought it'd be a little more low scoring, but both of these teams are so good offensively. Dixon back into the game for Caldwell after getting that short breather. Shackelford gets 1 out of 2. Rebound by Kirby. 4:07 remaining. Here comes Caldwell trying to cut it to single digits. Nelson cut off on the elbow and traveling the call. So Brunswick will get it back. Dolphins need a bucket. They've come up empty. Good ball movement here, looking for Shackelford. He's stripped. Great defense there. Nelson, great game for him today. To Kirby, throws it out to the wing. Jones for 3. It's short, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brunswick, they say. So we'll stay on this side of the floor. Again, stick around. Full post-game celebration and cutting down of the nets will follow, regardless of who wins this one today. Nelson will inbound it. Shot clock back at 20 now for Caldwell. Oh, he throws it away. He had Kirby right there, and he just missed it. Some mental errors today that have cost Caldwell. Dolphins need a bucket here now. They've been getting stops. If you want to win a championship, you got to put your opponent away. Now's the time to close the door here for Brunswick. 3:32 remaining. Jalen Johnson takes it to the wing. And he'll force up a 3. Can't get it to go. Shackelford, and he's just been a workhorse today. Josiah, another one, and it's 13. Attacking Dixon, can't get the bucket, but he's fouled. Dixon, normally a very good free throw shooter. He's had his struggles here in the second half, just 1 out of 4. Winner goes to the the NJCAA National Tournament. It'll be in Hutchinson, Kansas. And that'll begin on the 19th of April, I believe. Boy, Dixon missed another one. It's hard. I feel so sorry for kids when they have this happen, because now it's mental. Missed it again. He is 1 for 6 from the free throw line down the stretch. Nearing 3 minutes to go, Dolphins. Reese McDonald on the wing. Brunswick led by double figures for all of the second half. Josiah Shackelford makes it a 15-point lead. Yeah, April 19th, the national tournament starts in Hutchinson, Kansas. Open look for Dixon. Off the back iron from 3. Hancock's got the rebound. This is the Dolphins' game to lose now. Brunswick will slow it up. The bench comes alive. 2:24 left to go for a championship for the top seed. Johnson goes behind the back. Throws it up, can't get it to go. And we're going to get a foul called here as Dixon was fouled. So Dixon will go back to the line. Full post-game ceremony coming at you as soon as we're done with this one. Dixon struggles from the free throw line here in the second half. Well documented. Let's see if the kid can shake off the yips here. Got it to go. Dimitri Dixon. We talked about him, such a great all-around player this year for Caldwell. There's so many guys on this court who have played in this game today for both teams who are going to make four-year schools very happy with their selections. Timeout by Caldwell, 2:11 left to go. Dolphins trying to hang on. We'll be back. I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors, GRW Law and Joe and Mo's Automotives, two great sponsors of today's Region 10 championship game. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Dolphins are 2 minutes and change away from a championship, leading by 13. And a shout out to the USC Salkehatchie ladies. They have won the Division II women's tournament, and they are one of the best basketball teams on the ladies' side that I have seen in a long time. They are stacked. They're going to represent this region well in the NJCAA tournament. Dolphins trying to hang on here. They will no doubt run the shot clock down. Inside 2 minutes to go. Brunswick, the 1 seed, leading 3 seed Caldwell, 94-81. And Reese McDonald is fouled by Nelson. Both teams in the 1-1. Both teams will be in the double bonus the rest of the way, as they both have 9 team fouls currently. Reese McDonald, 71% at the line this season. Reese McDonald wrapped up his regular season by scoring 28 points, shooting 10 of 17 and 6 of 10 in the last 2 regular season games. 2 games the Dolphins had to have to get to this point. When you think about how important that top seed became, with Harcum having to bow out, the Dolphins had to play 1 less game. They avoided, quite frankly, Salkehatchie had been playing really well up to that point. They avoided them in the second round. (96-81). Dolphins stretch it back out to 15. Caldwell, it's going to take a miracle now. Stinson, and they got to go quick. Jones recognizes, fires, and hits. Man, they are not going quietly, are they? Cobras hanging around. How many timeouts do they have left? It says 2 on the scoreboard, but they might be, well, they might have 2. You know, now they're down to 1 timeout. So we're going to keep it here as the Dolphins try to wrap this one up. Interesting to see. I mean, I got to think at this point you try to start to extend the game here and go for a trap. Try to force the Dolphins into some turnovers here. And if you can't do that very quickly, then start to foul. I got to think that's the strategy here. There's still 1:35 left to go, but you've got to extend the game as best you can. And I think the fouling has to start now for Caldwell. Dolphins not an especially great free throw shooting team, but they do have good free throw shooters on this team, including Jalen Johnson. It was poked away as the full court presses on like we expected here for Coach McIver and Caldwell. Christian Kuntz will inbound again. Might be an issue with the clock. Yeah, I think they winded a second off. Kuntz to inbound. Jarian Hancock with the catch. Got it to Jalen Johnson. Brings it into the forecourt. Reese McDonald. Now, this is interesting. They're not fouling yet. Technically a 4-possession game here, so the Dolphins will run it out. Reese McDonald. Shot clock is at 10. Jalen Johnson out near midcourt. Shot clock is at 5. Got to make something happen here. Hancock going to have to hoist for 3. It's way off and a shot clock violation. So the Dolphins stopped here. And Caldwell hits a 3. Things start to get interesting again. Brunswick's going to call timeout now with 1:04 left. And we're going to go ahead and step aside as well here briefly.
Though many areas of life still seem to be paused right now, your individual goals are not. Let Brunswick Community College help you push play on your goals, earn your degree, and get your career back in full motion. We are here for you, with personalized services to help you be successful every step of the way. Register today at www.brunswickcc.edu. Brunswick Community College. We're here for you.
Minute 4 remaining here in this Region 10 championship game. I'm Chris Sheeman. Today's game brought to you by Joe and Moe's Automotives. Thank them for their support. 12-point lead. Nelson into the forecourt. Nelson can't get it to go. Ball tipped. Here's Dixon. Counted in the foul. So Dixon can cut it to single digits here. Dolphins have led by as many as 20 in this second half. Credit Caldwell, they have hung around. And boy, think about some of the opportunities missed. Couple easy layups for Caldwell. Several free throws that they don't normally miss have not fallen today. But they're still right there. Dixon can make it a 3-possession game here if he can bury this free throw. And he gets it to go. So it's a 9-point game. Only the second time in this second half that it's been single digits. Jalen Johnson is bumped and fouled by Edwards. And Johnson, one of the better free throw shooters on the team. I think he might be the best free throw shooter. He is at 84% with 55 seconds. Both teams in the double bonus, by the way. That was the 4th foul on Edwards. He's got one more to work with. So it's simple right now. If you're the Dolphins, hit your free throws, and you're likely going to be champions. Johnson got them both. Big free throws. Pressure time, it doesn't matter what your percentages are. Nelson looks to go quickly. This is an open three for Stinson, and he's short. Shackelford the rebound. Got it out to Reese McDonald. They got a foul here. They try to trap Reese. Somebody's got a foul. They're not doing it, and they might have waved the flag. Well, they're not calling the fouls, one or the other. So the Dolphins playing keep away here, and the Cobras electing not to foul. So Brunswick is going to win it. Jalen Johnson hoists it up, can't get it to go. Going quickly here is Nelson. He lays it up and in. It's a 9-point game again. Christian Kuntz. The Cobras will not foul. And the Dolphins, for the first time since 2010, are going to the national tournament. The Brunswick Dolphins are the Region 10 champions. They defeat Caldwell Tech 89-98. This team that has had so much talent on it and so much depth. A season that started in October with scrimmages and practices and school, of course, which started much earlier than that. We'll continue on. The Dolphins are heading to Hutchinson, Kansas for the second time in program history. And for the first time in 11 years, the Dolphins have won the Region 10 Division I men's basketball tournament. Folks, we're going to have full post-game coverage coming up here, including the cutting down of the net ceremony. And I can't wait to bring that to you. We're going to step aside here for a moment, though. Don't go too far. The Dolphins, Region 10 champs. The celebration is underway. We'll be back.
Hello, my name is Walter Shaw. I am the Director of the Health and Fitness Science program at Brunswick Community College. Please join me as we explore the world of health and fitness science.
Though many areas of life still seem to be paused right now, your individual goals are not. Let Brunswick Community College help you push play on your goals, earn your degree, and get your career back in full motion. We are here for you, with personalized services to help you be successful every step of the way. Register today at www.brunswickcc.edu. Brunswick Community College. We're here.
Welcome back to Brunswick. We're going to go now to the public address announcer for the tournament awards.
Caldwell. And your Region 10 champion on their way.
So the celebration is on for your Brunswick Dolphins. They win this 2021 Region 10 championship today over the Caldwell Community College Cobras by a score of 89-98. They're taking some pictures now. We're going to step aside again here briefly, and when we come back, the cutting down of the net ceremony, and we'll be back here in just a moment to say goodbye to some nets on the rims.
Though many areas of life still seem to be paused right now, your individual goals are not. Let Brunswick Community College help you push play on your goals, earn your degree, and get your career back in full motion. We are here for you with personalized services to help you be successful every step of the way. Register today at www.brunswickcc.edu. Brunswick Community College. We're here for you.
Hello, my name is Walter Shaw. I am the Director of the Health and Fitness Science Program at Brunswick Community College. Please join me as we explore the world of health and fitness science.
The Brunswick Dolphins are your Region 10 tournament champions. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. And the nets are ready to be cut down here as each player gets ready to take a piece of history home. And the first person to do it is the most deserving. It's Walter Shaw. And you know, I found myself getting a little misty-eyed before today's game, and I'm finding myself a little misty-eyed right now because I have such admiration and respect for Walter Shaw and what he does here with this Dolphins program. It's easy to say, well, you know, you're being paid by the school, so you're going to say nice things about them. That's not always the case with me. I tend to lay it on the line quite often. Walter Shaw is just a good man, and to see him cut down the net here, it's really something special. Really a terrific person, and speaking of terrific, how about the day in the second half for Jalen Johnson? Some of his passes today, all season long. I wondered what it was going to look like with Jalen Johnson and Reese McDonald, both starting point guards in the backcourt, playing so many minutes together, and man, it could not have gone better. Jalen Johnson, I know he's got some offers. He's going to make the school very happy, as will this kid. The other floor general, Reese McDonald, it's been a pleasure to get to see him for 2 straight years now, and he's going to be a special talent wherever he ends up. I know, again, there's some offers out there as he gets his piece of the net. Christian Kuntz, got to know his family during the scrimmages because they knew I was bored. So they sent me some information. And Christian, man, when he gets into a rhythm, he is one of the most deadly shooters out there. A second-team all-region player. Double digits more times than not. 45% shooter. And then there's Shaq. I mean, Shackelford is such a great kid. I know his family has to be so proud. That's a great basketball family, and Josiah has made them proud here today and all season long. and his former high school teammate. How cool is it that they get to cut down a net here back-to-back? Lance Anthony is a kid who I think when he gets a little more time is going to surprise some people offensively. You know, every time he came in this year, he always made a contribution. He's one of those guys that had no problem doing the little things this year. And how cool is that? Two high school teammates that get to celebrate this special day together. Austin Haddon, he's going to Clayton State. Clayton State, get ready. He's going to ball out for you. He's been hampered by some injuries this year. We haven't gotten to see as much of him as we would have liked to, but man, when he was on the court, a hard-working, hard-nosed guy, Austin Haddon, I think has provided some of the camera work here in 2021 as well. Let's see who's coming up next here. Brandon Johnson is such a great and talented big man. Not somebody I would want to drive up against. He's going to be a double-double guy one day. And Trey Cousin is one of those guys who is on the bench, not complaining if he gets a DMP that day. He's going out the next game, and he's going to play hard, and he's going to make some contributions. And he did that here this afternoon in the championship game after not playing in the first round game. Petrie, great wrap to the season for Deontay. Averaged 19.5 points per ball game from March 4th on. Deontay Petrie really had his offensive game going for most of the year, but especially down the stretch, he was able to really do great things and help the Dolphins to that all-important top seed. Another guy who, got a DMP. Sometimes he gets a DMP, not a lot of minutes, but like today, couple of dunks, couple high-energy plays, couple of blocks, some rebounds for Tylen Green here today. I don't know some of these guys like Cousin, Green, Anthony, guys who didn't get a lot of playing time if they're going to come back or if they have some offers out there, but these are guys who, if they do come back, you're going to see, how deep this team was if they come back next year, seeing them play this year. And Tylen Green's one of those guys. Really helped the Dolphins stretch that lead out at the end of the first half today. Fabulous game for Tylen Green. Who do we have left here? Deuce Dixon moved into a starting lineup role as the season went on, providing important minutes at the start of the game along with Reese McDonald in the backcourt. Lawson's another guy, when he gets his opportunity. 48% shooter from the field. Cameron Lawson gets his piece of the net. Cameron Frohnbarger's been with the team. Well, he was a redshirt last year, so we didn't see him in action. 42% shooter this year. One of those guys that has, again, come in, and when it's time for his minutes, he has made the most of it, as is Cameron Spain. Cameron Spain has one of my favorite dunks of the year thanks to a box out. I don't know if it was Petrie or Kuntz, but somebody boxed him out and boxed out the defender, and Cameron Spain had a thunderous dunk as a result of that. Spain, I lived in Myrtle Beach for several years, and there's some good basketball in that area. Spain from Socastee. Shout out to Socastee. And those fans who are celebrating, if they're not there, Skylar Davies got some starting minutes this year, and when he had the opportunity, again, he just showed you the depth. And last but not least, Jarian Hancock. One of my favorite players on the team. Cutting down the last of the net. And that'll do it, folks. Brunswick season is going to continue on. For the second time in program history, they're going to the national tournament. The NJC National Tournament will begin in Hutchinson, Kansas on April 19th. So Brunswick will have a little time off in between. We'll find out who their first round opponent will be. The NJCAA network will take it from here. This wraps up my 4th year covering Dolphins basketball, and I couldn't have had a better finish. Congratulations to Coach Walter Shaw, my friend and one of the great people in college basketball. And congratulations to the Dolphins team, winning today 98-89. The Brunswick Dolphins, the 2021 Region 10 Tournament Champions. Once again, for everybody here at Brunswick, my name's Chris Sheeman. Good luck to the Dolphins in